Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a review and kind of a swatch video on the new Urban Decay Naked Smoked or Smoky palette. I recently just got my hands on this. I think it came a few days ago, and I've been waiting and holding out to kind of play with it so I could kind of do a review video for you guys, because I think I reviewed my other naked palettes and stuff that I did for you guys. So yeah, I thought I would just do another kind of review thing, and I did just film swatches of them on my arm so you guys can kind of see the full effect of the shadows. But I've only really done an eye look with it once, and that's what I'm wearing today. But so far so good. So without any more further ado, let's get on to the review video. So first of all, like packaging wise, it comes in this little box, and also if you're wondering, I got mine off urbandecay.co.uk. I was waiting to get it off Beauty Bay, but they didn't have it. Well, they haven't put it on the site yet. Usually that's where I usually get my naked palettes, but I was checking Urban Decay and they've been sold out for a while actually. So they only just got back in stock. That's why I'm kind of so late getting mine. But and I think it was £38. I'll link it down below where I got it so you guys can have a direct link. I think it was £38, which is expensive, but you know, for a high-end palette and for the amount of shadows you get, I guess it's good. So it comes in this box here, and it has the shadows all listed on the back with their names and I think their textures, you know, and the brush that it comes with, just an illustration kind of thing. And it comes with this as well, which I thought was really handy. It comes with a kind of step-by-step guide of looks you can create, which I thought was nice for maybe people who are a little bit more inexperienced with doing eyeshadow looks, or you know, it's just nice for people that kind of want to venture into using eyeshadows but don't know how to use it. So I thought that was really cool, and it has literally step-by-step instructions of what colors to use and everything. So I thought that was really cool. I probably personally won't be using this, but it's really good if you're someone who struggles with eye makeup or is just getting started in that department. Thought that was really handy. So now onto the palette itself. This is what it looks like. I absolutely adore the packaging. I'll insert close-ups and everything for you guys to kind of see better than me just holding it up. But absolutely love the packaging. I feel like this is the best packaging they've ever done with their palettes. I think this is definitely my favorite. I didn't mind the other packaging. I have the Naked 1 and the Naked 3, by the way. I didn't get the Naked 2 because I don't know, I heard people didn't really like that one that much, and it's very cool tone and it's not really my thing. But they're kind of tin, I think, the Naked 2 and the Naked 3, which is okay, but you do have to clamp them shut, and the Naked 1 is like velvet, so it gets filthy and it looks destroyed. But this is such amazing packaging. You can tell they've spent a lot of money on their packaging because it's absolutely gorgeous. It's got that smoky effect. It's kind of looks like a kind of glass texture, and it's got Naked Urban Decay Smoky on the front. I love the whole like the smoky effect that it has on the packaging. It's really cool. And then it's magnetized as well, so you open it and it has a really, really big mirror, so perfect for if you want to do your makeup on the go, I guess. And this is what the palette looks like from the inside. So you've got a bunch of shades. I think there's 12 shades in total, and as far as I can count, I think there's 7 kind of shimmery metallic kind of shades, and they have 5 matte shades, which I think is really cool, because I know a lot of people were saying the one thing that they were disappointed with the other palettes was the lack of matte colors in the palette. So this one has a lot of matte shades, so perfect for in the crease and all that sort of stuff. So I did go through and I did swatch, so I guess I'll show you them one by one, the shades. So the first one here is High, and I'm going to do my best to try and describe the colors to you guys, even though it's kind of difficult. I'd say High is kind of a champagne kind of shade, really shimmery, a really, really light kind of dusty pink. This one is super sparkly. I'm wearing that actually today on my inner tear ducts and my brow bones. This is a super versatile color. You can wear it all over the lid for a really bright doe-eyed look, or on the inner corners as a highlight or the brow bone. I think this is definitely one in the palette that's probably going to be my favorite. I haven't played with it enough to say my favorites yet, but so far I really like this one. The next one is Dirty Sweet, and this one is definitely a true gold, I'd say. So I'm just trying to look in the light. I'd say definitely that's a true kind of gold. This one doesn't seem to be really glittery. It seems to be more of a pure metallic kind of color. Again, really lovely. It's a really kind of subtle gold, so I think it will look really nice if you're doing kind of a gold smoky eye and putting it all over the lid. The next one is Radar, and that's again gold, but I'd say it's more of a bronzy color. Again, that's more of a metallic kind of color. It's not really sparkly and shimmery, so you shouldn't get a lot of fallout with that. Again, a really nice color. It's just like a little bit more bronzier than Dirty Sweet. The next one is Amore, which I'm actually wearing on my lid today, and I really love this color. It's kind of, it's literally like a really deep rusty silver kind of color. This one has a lot of sparkle chunks in it, so this one's really glittery, but again, really nice on the lid. And I didn't personally experience a lot of fallout with this, so I don't think the glitter's too bad. It does stick down really nice, but it's a really nice kind of color. It's I don't know, it's really, that's one of the ones that are really hard to explain, but it's a really gorgeous color. The next one is Slanted. I hope I said that right. This one is a true kind of deep silver color. I wouldn't say it's a true silver because it's not bright enough, but it's a deep silver, and this one's I think this one's metallic. Yeah, I'd say this one's a little bit metallic. It's not super metallic though. I'd say it's like halfway between a matte and a metallic color, so you could possibly use this in the crease too for kind of like a three-dimensional kind of look. Really nice color. So that's Slanted. And the one next to it is Dagger, which to me it looks like a matte. I'm pretty sure it's a matte. And this is a really deep kind of dark grey. Really nice color if you want to put it in the crease or smoke out under the lower lash line. Pretty much speaks for itself, doesn't it? And I think the name matches it perfectly, like Dagger. It's literally like the color of a well, I was gonna say a blade, but it's like an old vintage kind of blade, if that makes sense. The next one here is Black Market, which is the only black color in the palette. I can't work out if this one is matte or if it's shimmery. That's what I can't work out. To me personally, it looks like you could use it in the crease. It's quite a matte shade, but it does to me look like it has a bit of a metallic sheen to it. Not 100% on it. It probably says on Urban Decay's website or even on the back of the packaging, but I can't bother reading that. But yeah, pretty much a deep dark black color. I don't know whether it's fully matte or if it has a little bit of shimmer in it, but either way I think it would be a good color for the crease. Really nice deep pigmented black. So that's Black Market. The next one here is Smolder, which again I think is quite metallic. I think it has a little bit of a metallic sheen to it. Again, this is like a really deep kind of mauvey purple, but really dark. Again, really nice color I think for if you want to do a really intense deep purple smoky eye. You could use it on the lid or even in the crease, you know. Yeah, so that one is Smolder. The next one I love, I think I used this one today. This one is Password, and this one is literally a true mauve brown color. It's kind of in between that grey purple kind of department and brown, so it's a really nice color. I used that on my lid in my crease today. So that one's Password. I think that one's like probably my favorite crease color out of the whole palette because it's not too dark, but you can easily build it up to make it really intense or have it really subtle. The next one is Whiskey, which I also put on my eyes today in the crease as well, just to put a little bit more brown in there. This one I like because it's the only brown really in the palette, and it's again a really nice true matte. It's a really nice, like, it's in between like a chocolate kind of matte brown and a deep matte brown, so it's like that perfect in between. So you can really build this up for an intense dark brown, or you can have it as is, and it's quite a nice chocolatey brown color. The next one is Combust, and this one I'd say is a really kind of is a really neutral peachy pink kind of nude tone. This one I did try and swatch, but you can't really see it in my swatch ones, so apologies for that, but that's because it's so pale. This will be a really nice kind of one of those all over the lid kind of colors, or you could use it for blending out because it's really light. It's one of those colors which might work really nicely on the lid or as a highlight on really on people with tanner skin, but for me it just seems like it will match my skin tone and not do much, but we'll see. I might really like that. So that's Combust. And the last one here is 13, and to me I think this is a really creamy kind of almost white color. I don't think it's true white, but it's kind of like a creamy kind of white. This one will be nice for people with my skin tone that are really fair. Again, you could use this as a really cancelled out shade or a neutral shade on your lid, or as a highlight possibly. It's pretty close to like my skin tone but a little bit lighter, so it'll be a really nice subtle highlight. So that one is 13. So yeah, they're all the shadows. I will say this is a very cool toned kind of shadow palette, so if you're not into cool tones, well, I'm not like biased. I like both cool tones and warm tones, but I'd say I'd usually head towards more of the warm tone palettes, but it's nice to have a really nice statement smoky palette, and I think this does that. So if you want really nice going out looks, this would be perfect. Even for daily looks, it's just literally a really versatile palette, and I can't even fault all the colors they've put in there. I think they've aced it with the color range. It's literally perfect for doing any kind of smoky look. Like I said, if you want subtle or really smoky, so really like that. I like how they have a few purple tones in there, they have some golds, and they have quite a lot of matte shades in here, which is really nice. Onto the brush. I usually like all the brushes that come with the Naked palettes anyway. I know some people don't, but this one's a nice dual end brush. It really matches the palette. It's got that smoked kind of effect in the center, and it just says Urban Decay Naked Smoky. And what I like is that they've used blending tools in the palette, because obviously with the smoky palette you need to do a lot of blending. So on this side there's a big kind of fluffy crease brush, but what I like about this is it's quite dome shaped, so it'll be really easy to get get colours into the crease really nicely because of that kind of dome shape. It reminds me of that MAC brush that everyone loves that I don't have because I don't buy MAC brushes, but it reminds me of something that people always go on about as a really nice crease brush. So it's got a nice dome shape, so it's easy to put in the crease directly and to blend out. So I use this today as well, and so far I really like it. It's a really soft brush and it seems really good. And then this side is like kind of like a smudger brush, so perfect if you wanted to put some kind of colours right close to the lashes for like kind of smoky eyeliner effect, or to smoke out eyeliner on the lower lash line, or add some shadow in there. This is probably perfect for just kind of like tight work around like the lash area. So again, I think really good brush for this palette. It works perfectly with the kind of smoky vibe that goes on. So seems like a really good brush. So that is it really. That's the swatches done. Overall, do I think the palette is worth the money? Definitely. I think it's a really, really good palette to have in your collection, especially if you collect the Urban Decay Naked palettes. I think it's an awesome addition. Packaging is absolutely to die for, and I think their color range is ace. So if you're someone that likes to do really intense eye looks, it's definitely worth it. You could do a few neutral looks with it too, but I think it's more for the person that isn't for the faint-hearted, you know, and likes to do really intense eyes. So definitely if you're a makeup freak, you know, and you love eyeshadows, definitely worth buying. If you're someone that, say, you know, not too common, I think it's definitely not like the first palette, you know what I mean? I don't think it's best for saying buying as your first palette, whereas I think one of my first palettes I ever bought was the first Naked palette. And I think that one's really good for if you're just starting out with eyeshadows, because it has a huge range, whereas these are majority like smoky. So definitely love the fact as well that they have like a step-by-step guide if you're kind of new into it. So definitely check it out. I think it's definitely worth it. So yes, overall really happy with the palette so far. Like I said, I will link it down below for you guys to see where I bought it and the price and everything for you guys. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you did. I love you guys so much. Make sure you check out the description bar below to my previous videos and my social networking sites. Yeah, I love you guys, and I hope you have a fantastic day.